Started.
Hi folks, it's 2:59 currently on New Year's Day. It's the first day of 2021. Me and Brian might have had a little bit too much to drink last night, but you know, we won't mention that. So we are here. And
in body anyway.
Yes, we're
definitely we're good.
No, yeah, I feel all right now. Yeah, just got a bit of a deep voice now. More deep voice than normal. Yeah.
And I've probably got squeakier, but
yes, yeah. Brian's got squeakier. Only dolphins can hear Brian. So, we're gonna do another. Sorry, I'm just gonna have just gonna get all the detail. Oh, there you go. There we are. Got 10 people watching us. Ooh. So you can probably see that, and you can see how much of a delay there is on that. Because if I point to that, and then point to that, that doesn't happen until like.
Oh my God! You can
later.
see each other at infinity.
yeah, you can see it going on
That's
forever. So we are going. Sorry, I'm just a bit fascinated now.
Focus.
Rabbit caught in the headlights.
So we're gonna do packaging again. Christmas packaging, Christmas bits and pieces. We're gonna turn them into something.
Art of some kind.
Yeah.
Yes. Art for a start.
Is that what we're calling it?
I don't know. No, because it's
art for the start of a year.
No, it's the Queen's teach.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the Queen's teach. New year, new goo. So we're using glue.
So we're going to teach you how to craft with a hangover.
Yes.
We don't normally drink.
No, we don't. No.
And you saw us drinking prosecco on
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
And now we're hungover.
Now we're hungover from New Year's Eve. So that's it. That's our 2 lots of drinking done for another year.
Yeah.
So everything else will be stone cold sober now.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm just transfixed on the fact that you've got something down you already.
I don't know. It's old. It's old glue.
So
it's old glue because I've worn this in this craft room before.
Right. I shouldn't wear these kind of things in craft rooms.
Yeah, well, every bit of clothing I've got's got some bit of sticky on it from something or other I've done.
Yeah, everything I've got, I've kind of got something on the elbow or on my foot.
It's that whole thing of like crafters have bits of paper stuck to them, just like new mothers have toast stuck in their hair. And same principle.
Yes, that's actually true because when you get into a parent's car, it's covered in like bits of like food and that sort of thing. If you get into my car, if you get into my car, it's covered in like little bits
sticky
of paper, paper cuttings, not paper hand cuttings, paper cuttings, or little bits of threads or whatever it is. So, right, we're going to move you over, and hopefully you'll be able to see.
Come into our world.
Yes. If you have to, you might regret it.
You might regret it.
We're moving you over now.
Moving on.
So I will need to wait until the iPad catches up to be able to tell whether you can see what we want you to see.
Which just gives me time for a fruit pasta.
You can see more of the bin than you can of the...
The iPad's going to have to move, isn't it?
Yeah, because we're going to have to shuffle down a bit, Brian.
Wait. Every time somebody says that, all I can hear is Minecraft in my head. Wait.
They probably won't understand the reference though, Brian, so...
I know, but I know what it is. It's from a film called Torchstone Trilogy, and she plays a Jewish mother, and she's shouting at her Jewish son because her husband just died and they're at a grave. Oh, it's long and complicated.
Let's not wait.
You probably don't need to know. Long and complicated, but it's a beautiful story of love.
Anyway,
also sad.
If you do know what the Torchstone Trilogy is, let us know. So,
you'll laugh, you'll cry. Ooh, hang on. Turn comments on. Comments on.
I'm going to move the bin.
16 people. 19 people. 407 people.
Shush.
Okay. Liz Nichols, Happy New Year. Patricia Klein, Michael Yoho, we love you.
You need subtitles though, don't you, Patricia? So
Happy New Year to Joan. Happy New Year to Mariah. Happy New Year to Penny, to Ida, to jellies.
Who's said jellies?
Liz Nichols.
All right.
Hi from Florida, from Penny. Good morning, afternoon, evening,
good
everyone.
Afternoon, yeah, evening.
No matter what it is,
Wherever
wherever
you
you are.
Did we just say that in unison?
You did.
Yeah. No, did we just say that in unison? You did.
I said we did. Listen.
I'm going to play it back. I'll play it to you.
Listen.
Right. So.
Go on. Shall I go? Shall you go? Shall you? But to me,
I've already picked out. Well, we had a bit of a pick out of what we were going to do because we just didn't want to just wing it and spend 20 minutes trying to decide what we were going to make. So literally, we hadn't decided up until today. I did ask Brian if he decided what you're going to do, and he said no, and I had an idea about what I wanted to do. So this is some packing from some Turkish Delight. So the Turkish Delight came in here. They were all in bags, so it didn't all like get dust on it. You know, that sticky dust. But I just thought, as soon as I saw it, I thought, frame. So I was inspired by something that Mariah did actually, and I'm going to do something a bit like it. So Mariah, you know, doffing my cap to you, over to Brian. Brian will tell you what he's going to get up to. So
I have a pile of stuff on my desk.
You do have a pile of stuff.
And by the end of it, it's not going to be a pile of stuff. That's all.
That's pile of other stuff.
That's all I can tell you. No, I'll tell you a bit more. I'm actually going to make a little journal. And this is going to be part of my cover. And this is going to be part of my cover. And this is going to be part of my cover. It's going to be a proper junk journal because it's going to have proper junk in it. Because this is all like proper bits of the packaging from, I don't know, stickers that he got for Christmas. That's from a stamp. That's from my moon boots that I wore for the first time today.
Moon boots? They're not moon boots.
They feel like moon boots.
I bought him some walking boots because he doesn't have walking boots. He walks in anything, whatever he's got to hand.
Yeah. I walk to Dave's house every day in heels. And in this weather, 6-inch heels just are no good. And so he bought me walking boots. They're not very classy, but they work.
They're comfortable, they're functional, and they'll stop you breaking your ankles.
Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah.
They kind of did.
In theory.
But yeah, it was. I wore them today for the first time, and it was like wearing moon boots. It really was.
They're comfortable.
But they were comfortable. They got me here. They didn't look as good as my blingy heels, but hey.
You don't wear blingy heels.
No, I don't.
They're not like kitten heels or anything like that.
Oh no. At my age, I break my ankle on kitten heels.
No, Brian wears like really like fashionable shoes. I wear fashionable shoes, but I don't wear them to walk in.
You just wear them for prancing around the house.
No, I wear them for work and
oh no, the iPad's gone.
Has it? Why? All right.
Try again.
So you know that. Well, press the.
I did press the. Aha.
Oh, have we gone offline? Is it gone offline? So come out of there.
Are you still with us, people?
I can't tell whether we're with us. I think this is just playing back. Yeah, because I've moved now. Oh no, they're there. Okay. I don't know what happened, but we lost the iPad. So if we're still going, what's the shush? Shush. We're going to have technical difficulties, I think, today. So
we're going to try not to, but
let's just
still here. Trisha says we're still here.
Right, okay.
Good. We'll carry on then.
Okay. So
carrying on. All is good.
I'm just picking out some
Dog, go and lay down.
Don't call him dog. Wants to go and lie down. Good boy. Be a good boy.
Oh yeah, we're definitely alive.
Alive.
I can hear myself shouting at myself.
All right. Okay. I'm glad you're alive, Brian. So I'm pulling out all the colourful napkins that I probably wouldn't use otherwise. So because they're sometimes a bit bright for my junk journaling things. Although I might want to go for. Did you keep all the innards of those?
I used all the innards on those
Oh right, okay.
journal covers I was making yesterday. Because yesterday I was making journal covers out of napkins and fabric.
So what have people been up to? What did you do for New Year?
Happy New Year, everybody!
Yeah,
by
Happy
the way,
New Year.
welcome to 2021.
Welcome to the future.
I'm not quite sure it's the future yet, but
Well, it is the future. Remember, like when we were kids, if somebody had said to us, the year 2021, we'd be like,
I think I was in a Visage song or something.
Yeah.
In
I'd
the
have
year 25.
I'd have thought would be flying cars and all sorts of things by now.
Hover skateboards.
Hover skate.
Me and my brother tried that.
I
By
have the watered down Mod Podge, sorry Brian, and an applicator of some kind. A brush, in other words. An applicator, what's one of them? Sorry, go on Brian, you were talking and I interrupted you rudely.
me and my brother tried the whole hoverboard thing. My older brother. We lived on a big
A
hill.
hoverboard?
Well, you know, in our heads it was a
Oh
hoverboard.
right, okay.
So he got a skateboard for Christmas.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So we lived on a big hill. So he got on his bike, and I got on the skateboard. I must have been about, I don't know, 6 or 7 at the time. And I held onto the back of the bike while he pedalled as fast as he could down the hill. To the point where I went flying, hit a curb, eyebrow first.
Oh wow.
Ended up in hospital, 12 stitches in my eyebrow.
Is that why you've got the scar on your eyebrow?
That's where the scar on my eyebrow comes from.
Alright, I just thought
It was my big brother.
as they do, you know.
As you do, yeah. Big brothers are like that.
You know what siblings are like. We like to take care of each other, don't we?
Yeah. Those were the days. Brian, just do this. It won't hurt.
yeah. How many times have I been hoodwinked by my sisters saying that? Well, the sister closest in age to me would have done it more than.
Actually,
Just do
yeah,
this.
you had sisters. It should have been better.
No.
Did they not teach you how to like dress their like your life? I should have had your life like learning how to dress Barbies. And...
Well, they didn't even do that. My Charlotte, the sister closest in age to me, she's a bit of a tomboy, so it's not. She never really did all of that, so you wouldn't have liked it, Brian. And my other sisters were much older, so they weren't around the house very much. In fact, all I was used for by my sister, my eldest sister, was I was a great source of stress relief because bubble wrap wasn't around then, but I had a lot of acne. So,
oh, is that where you get it from? Yeah. Show him a spot and he's like, oh, let me squeeze it, let me squeeze it.
Yeah, so
that explains a lot.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. Because Diane used to do it to me, so get my own back on people.
Oh dear, and yeah, I had 4 brothers. So my grandmother always used to say, I never understood why your mum didn't know you were gay. She just had to watch you growing up. 5 action men for Christmas for 5 boys. Mine was always the nurse. I used to rip up white pillowcases to make it a nice little nurse's outfit. Mine was always the nurse. So, yeah.
God, I can hear myself laughing.
Shall I turn us down?
Yeah, turn us down.
Oh my God! This feedback.
So all I'm doing is I'm just putting some Mod Podge down, some napkin down, and some Mod Podge, watered down Mod Podge for now, just to kind of get a bit of a base. For now.
And I, hang on, any road up. I have taken a box that had gin in it.
Yeah, past tense.
Yeah, had gin in it. But it's a pretty box, I like it.
Yeah, well, it is a pretty box. Yeah.
And a box that had brandy snaps in it.
That's less pretty, but they're gorgeous.
Yeah. we have had brandy snaps and fresh cream on 2 occasions now.
Yes.
I made rather a mess, but it's been fun.
Fresh soya cream, because I'm lactose intolerant, just in case everyone's going, I thought you were lactose intolerant. Yes, I am. But soya cream, but that's really nice, that stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Squirt cream in a can is squirt cream in a can.
Yeah.
Whether it's made out of beans or cow juice.
Cow
You know what I mean.
Yes, I do know what you mean. Luckily, I know what you mean.
It's
Other
probably,
people not so
yeah, it's
much.
probably a good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we had a few too many drinks last night. So.
We socially distanced, I can't even say it.
No.
Socially distantly celebrated with a couple of the neighbours.
We're out in the street.
And we were basically just sat chatting, but we were sat chatting until silly o'clock.
Yeah.
So, and it was nice. It was right now.
What time is it? Silly o'clock.
Silly o'clock. It was silly o'clock in the morning. Would you look at that? There you go. I've got a journal cover. Pa-ba!
That's it. We can finish now.
Yeah, I need to just strengthen that front bit because it did have a fold in it. But we will find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Well, there's a will, there's a relative.
Usually.
Hopefully. And hopefully you're in it.
I need something. Let's go in here. Let's go in the box of tricks. Should we do it with a couple of tags? Ooh, that might do it.
So basically I'm just putting this down just so that it makes it a bit easier to get some adhesion, because this box has got like a shiny coating to it, and it just makes it a bit easier. I've also decided what, if it turns out okay, what I'm going to put in the frame, because me and Brian are notorious for taking silly photos in hats when we're out shopping. Well, when we used to be out shopping.
He needs subtitles over there. Sorry,
oh,
P.
What part do you not understand, P?
I don't think any of it. No.
So if I start talking with a Bristolian
He wanted to know
accent,
why you were putting plain napkins on the frame, and I told her it's because you're reinforcing it.
Yeah.
See, she needs subtitles. That's what it says.
All right. Yeah, but you know, you get away with it, P. So yeah, I'm just sticking this down. It's a bit of reinforcement. It also gives it a bit of a another
Texture.
Well, no, it's not the texture so much. It's more. It gives it more of a key for it to stick to when you're using napkins and stuff. Like I say, this is quite a shiny surface. It's typical box stuff. You know, it's got that kind of slippery kind of coating to it. I think it's almost like plasticated coating.
Plasticated? What's plastic? Now I need subtitles. Plasticated.
Yeah, that's like I was.
We went out for a
night.
drink last night and we got plasticated.
Yes, absolutely. So that's how I felt. I felt like I'd got plasticated last night. So, I don't, because I don't drink very much. Well, neither of us do really, but like I think.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, that's the reason why we're friends. I think because neither of us expect each other to drink. But I really I don't like having a hangover. I know nobody does, but I feel really woe is me. A bit sorry for myself when I do. And I've got to that age where I just think, you know what, there's more to life than having a hangover. So I don't bother. So anyway, I'll move all of those out of the way. I'm going to start with a bit of colour now. Get in there with a bit of colour, Dave.
Me too. I'm covering my brandy snack box. I'm going to keep the gin bit because I like that. But the brandy snap bit's a bit like, no. No.
Just be careful if you are going over tissue with tissue because it's very thin. It gets wet very quickly and it will just kind of disintegrate. So dab on the top of it rather than wipe. Sorry, I bet you can't see that if I do that. So,
I could see the blue bit.
you can see the blue bit.
Oh, I can't see it now. I was just, oh, now you can, a little bit.
Blimey, it's like left a bit, right a bit, aim, fire. Anybody remember that? So
You know, you want to want people to see what you're doing, don't you?
I know, I do. Yeah.
Don't you?
Not, I don't want them to see what I was doing last night, drinking. Nobody, trust me, nobody needs to see that.
I know, we were naughty.
Yeah, drink. I just don't. I can't cope with drinking. Fine.
Because we don't do it very often, love. Do we? It's
I don't know how people can be alcoholics for a living.
for a living.
Not for a living. Sorry.
What do you do for a job? I'm an alcoholic.
That came out wrong.
An alcoholic. I get paid for it.
This is. What's her name? Frida. Somebody.
Frida Kahlo.
That's it. Yeah. Monobrow is all I know her as.
Rude.
Mrs. Monobrow.
She was an inspiration to
I know she's an inspiration.
Women
but
everywhere adore her.
But she's still got a monobrow. Like, I'm sorry if I'm being too honest. I'm often sorry I'm being too honest.
You're never sorry.
No, other people are sorry.
It's usually the people that are going, oh no, he didn't. Did he? Oh no, he did.
So, I just like all the colours in this. It's beautiful. Somebody sent me this, and I know that you probably sat there thinking, I sent him that, and I just can't remember who it was, and I'm really sorry. And I don't mean to be a meanie for not remembering.
But he's going to be.
But I'm going to be, yes, because I'm not sorry. Clearly. I was inspired to do this because of something that Mariah had done. And it's because it was really colourful, and I'm really drawn to colour as we found out, no, or whatever. Dave, shut up. Brian needs to
See, we're normally the same. We would normally only drink at home, or his house or my house, so we don't have far to fall.
Yeah.
And luckily we were in a neighbour's garden, and they're literally next door, so we didn't have far to fall.
No, I wouldn't. I couldn't do. I can't go out and do drink. I used to. Listen, don't get me wrong. I used to be I don't know how I did it. I used to go to work from being out. To go to a nightclub, I'd be out all night and then go to work straight after.
But we were young.
Blimey, I couldn't even
I'm pretty.
I couldn't even get up this morning, let alone
No.
go anywhere.
He did phone me and go, I'm not out of bed yet.
I was feeling a bit sorry for myself as well, yeah.
Although you'd got up by the time I arrived.
Oh yeah, I know. But that's because I thought, damn it, Brian's on his way, I better go up.
That's because you thought, oh my god, 2:45, we're doing a live.
Live from the bedroom. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
I know somebody that probably does. His name's Bill.
Oh my. Live from the bedroom, but that's a whole of the story, and we'll leave that there because I get embarrassed.
I know. But that's all part of the fun of it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just taking the layers part on the napkins.
And I'm just ripping tissue paper, so excuse I in the background.
So I should have done all of this off air, but you know what? You're lucky I'm here, so it is what it is. As I often say, it is what it is. So it's got turtles in it, on it. What?
Is it a turtle?
It's a turtle.
Is it a turtle, not a tortoise?
No, it's a turtle. Turtles swim, don't they? That is the difference, isn't it?
Something like that.
I guess you don't get land turtles. I do get land turtles. I don't know. I don't know either. What is it? Anthropologist? No. Is that? No.
I'm not Chris Packham.
Yeah, I'm not Chris Packham. So,
however, you and he have things in common.
Do I? Well, oh yes, we both got high functioning autism. So, yeah. So I've seen an interview on with him talking about his, not an interview. It was a documentary. Chris Packham has high functioning autism, so which is a good thing. Really.
And his book's really good.
I've not read his book. I don't read
Fingers
books.
in the... I know you don't read. Fingers in the Sparkle Jar. You should audio book it, actually.
Can you audio book it? Who's it read by? It'd be disappointing if it's not read by him.
I don't know, actually.
To hear
somebody's
life in
you
somebody
want
else's
autobiography to be written, to be spoken by them, don't you?
Yeah, you do. Well,
I'm assuming it would be, because I read it in his voice. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I'm not. I don't have an imagination, Brian. So I don't.
You do have an imagination.
No, I don't mean like that. I know people keep saying I do. You do have an imagination. I don't have an imagination to imagine things that don't exist. So, well, don't exist in my world. So if I've never seen like I don't know, whatever it is, a golden hooded flycatcher or whatever a bird he might be talking about, I wouldn't know how to imagine what that might look like, other than it being a bird. So.
And golden.
And golden. And catching a fly, maybe.
See?
No, that's literal though, isn't it? It's like I can't read fantasy, so I wasn't able to read Harry Potter until it had come out as a film, because I had no reference points. So, you know, they're talking about a fantasy world that if you've never seen it, and you don't have that kind of imagination, you can't.
Does that mean that Harry Potter will always be Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah, he will. Yeah, and it will always be that Hogwarts, not the Hogwarts that I envisage. Because that's why I don't understand when people say, "Oh, it's not the way I thought it was going to be. Not the look that I thought it was going to have," or that isn't the right person that should have played that because I imagined it to be whoever in my head. Well, I didn't see anybody in my head anyway, so.
Oh, right. You see, now
just words on a page.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you see, because I read the book first and then I watch the film.
Yeah.
And it kind of.
Disappointed.
Well, it depends. Some films, and not even some films, some characters. Like, I'm a massive Lord of the Rings fan, as you know.
I know you are. Yeah, you've got Elvish on you.
Yeah, I've got
Elvish Presley.
I've got Elvish Presley. I've got Elvish writing tattooed on me. But I'm a massive fan because of the books, but I still love the films. And all those book purists that talk about, oh, it's not in the right order. Blah, 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 blah. If you watch it for what it is, yeah, that's how they say it. Watch it for what it is. It's a good bit of it's a brilliantly made film, and the story still follows, and the story still holds. I think the only one I've ever been really disappointed with is Interview with a Vampire, because I love those books. I loved all of the books that Anne Rice wrote, and I read them all before Tom Cruise decided he wanted to be Lestat.
To
The film
who?
and Lestat.
What? Hang on. He wanted to bill.
He wanted to be Lestat.
Oh right. I think he said he wanted to bill somebody for
No, he
being
wanted to
Lestat.
be Lestat.
All right.
And
I guess that's a character.
yeah, and Brad Pitt played Louis brilliantly. Brilliantly. And Tom Cruise just wasn't Lestat. And also America got hold of a story that is basically a love story about a male vampire that's completely obsessed with another man, and it was supposed to be a love story. He made Louis into a vampire because he was obsessed with him and he loved him because he was so beautiful. So Brad Pitt fit that because Brad Pitt's beautiful. Brad Pitt fit that perfectly. But yeah, that was quite disappointing.
Is Brad Pitt beautiful?
I think Brad Pitt is very classically beautiful.
I don't think Brad Pitt's beautiful. Sorry, Brad, if you're watching. Just don't think you are. So you've never floated my boat, anyway.
Well, it's not my type, but
no, I don't. But
I think
beautiful.
he's classically handsome.
No, I don't agree.
Well, and I think he was beautiful as Louis in Interview with a Vampire. So,
not Brother Louis.
Not Brother Louis, no.
That song's now in my head.
Or my nephew Louis.
Have you got a nephew Louis?
I have got a nephew called. You've met Louis.
Have I?
Yeah. Robert's youngest.
Oh yeah, I do know you mean.
Yeah.
I'm there now.
So,
sorry, Brian.
Yeah, there is my journal cover.
Have you done? Really? You haven't finished.
No, I'm not finished.
Oh, right.
Well, actually, yeah, I might call it a day. Bye. It's all up to you now.
No. No.
I may just decorate a little, okay?
We're going for half an hour. So, I think people might expect a little bit more.
I thought it was
That's the other thing. Not only do I not have an imagination, but I don't pick up on sarcasm or that kind of. I know that. Guess that wasn't really sarcasm, but
no.
That kind of. I don't know when somebody's joking or not. So, yeah. So anyway, just thought I'd say that. Don't know where I'm going with it. I'm really struggling to think and do today.
Think and do.
Think and breathe.
Think and do.
Think and breathe is a struggle.
Think and do.
Well, we need to watch the end of Midnight Sky. We started watching that last night and didn't get round.
And then got rudely interrupted by the neighbours. Come on, Rick!
Comes on right now, yeah.
You've not missed much, Lou. Just us talking about our hangovers.
Yes. Yeah.
Whilst I created a cover for a journal out of a brandy snap box and a gin box. And Dave has got a bit of packaging that looks a bit like a frame, which he's making look pretty. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Now, Mariah, I've read True Blood. I've never ever watched it on television.
Because True Blood is it?
Because I don't really watch television much.
Horror?
Vampires.
Oh, right, okay.
Vampires.
Oh, that's the other thing. I can't do horrors. I know you're not talking about horrors, but like I can't do horror. I just don't. I have a.
He still watches it from behind a cushion.
Yeah, I have a recall memory, so my brain just plays back everything I've seen, and so it's really, I'm kind of haunted by things like that. So I can't watch stuff like that.
So we just don't show them to him.
No. Childlike, I guess my brain is at times. So, and I would literally have nightmares about it. So, sorry, folks. Every time I turn that, that's wet. Every time I turn that, I forget to tilt it so you can see it.
So I've just tried to die cut a piece of
tin
tin foil.
When you say tried to, and that clearly didn't work out.
It's worked because it's cut it. I just can't get it out of the die now.
All right. Pokey tool?
I've pokey tooled the ends of it, yeah.
What about there should be some holes in the back of it?
I've pokey-tooled the
Oh,
hose.
sorry.
It's the middle bit that won't come out.
His knickers are bunching today, clearly. Just plastering over the gaps
of my life.
Yes. Although I don't have any plaster big enough.
So, no, it's true. So this was actually the tin foil off the top of a big thing of coffee, a big tub of coffee.
Oh yeah, well, it's like one of the big peely off thing, the thing that know
the big peely off thing.
But like stick the finger in.
Yeah, but it don't want to come out of this die, so maybe not my best move. Patience though, patience, time and patience. Two things I don't have.
Well, you know. It's
There
all.
we go.
Oh, oh,
Oh. Nearly fell off.
So, what was I going to say? No.
Is this going to be one of those?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm really struggling today. I'm loving what I'm doing, though. I'm loving this. I think this is looking...
Come off, it come off.
Does it come off in one piece?
Sort of.
Might need flattening out.
Looky how pretty that is.
Izzy needs to be holding it up to the camera, Mariah. So
I'll just flatten it out. It probably looks fine.
It looks like it's been run over.
It kind of has been run over. It looks fine. It'll be fine. It'll work.
Be right.
It looks more like an amoeba than a snowflake, though.
It'll be right. There you go. It's just one for you. P. So.
Translation. It will be all right.
Yeah. That's what they say around here. It'll be right.
It'll be right.
So, it'll be all right. Yeah. On the night.
Yeah.
Maybe. Sorry.
And that's what happens when you actually flatten it out.
What happened? What happened? Oh yeah, that's all right.
So that's going to be embellish in some way.
Flip that.
But I haven't decided how yet.
Myself, so. This is going to be interesting now. This is either going to... I'm liking what I'm doing at the moment. It'll either turn out really well or it'll be like a bit of a car crash. So, but you know, that's craft for you, isn't it? Craft and art, it just kind of like, it evolves. We'll see how it goes. We like it, we don't like it. We'll see. So, well, I might take... I don't think you'll be able to tell it's her neck if I peel it that way.
I can't remember when I last watched a film of any kind. Can't say it's on that.
You can tell it's
yeah,
her neck.
Louise Cole saying she can't remember the last time she watched a film or anything, but she can sit and craft all day.
Yeah.
I'm the same. TV just doesn't happen.
No, I do like TV. I do like to watch it, but like I'd rather be crafting. So I'd like it to be able to have it like a digital download in your head during the night, so that I could catch up on the things that I'd really like to watch. Talking of which, Star Trek's out today. Star Trek Discovery, another episode.
Ooh.
Nearing the end, though, aren't we, Brian? So
yeah. Which is sad.
we're both sci-fi geeks, really. I don't know whether you count yourself as a geek.
You call me geek.
I call myself a geek. I don't know whether you consider yourself a geek.
I do consider myself a geek.
When it comes to sci-fi,
yeah,
it's a bit of that escapism thing, isn't it? Really, for me, it is anyway.
That came off the bottom of my mouth.
What? Oh yeah, I think it has. Don't put that into the craft. I think it's come off maybe one of the corners when you pushed it back on.
It's all right. It can stay there. I'll stick it on later. I'll sort it out later.
I want some more of this, not this one. This one.
So, I'm just embellishing the cover a bit because I just want to cover up the writing. But I like the the ginniness of it, the juniper berries
Is that what's on it?
and the other stuff.
Is it juniper berries?
I'm guessing
Alright.
because it's gin that it's
Oh,
juniper
yeah, that's
berries.
true.
And it's plum and vanilla.
It's definitely not plums.
Gin, plum and vanilla. Oh, with the plum and vanilla scent of candy.
They're not plums. They're
No,
definitely...
they're not plums. I don't know these things.
You do know these things. You know what a plum looks like.
Sort of.
Plummy, plum.
Plum, 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 plum.
Which is what Brian says I sound like.
Yeah, I'm a Yorkshireman.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what-
not posh, though.
That's what all people outside Yorkshire sound like. Plum, 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 plum. Plum, plum, plum.
I'm not... A plummy accent to me would be somebody who's
Plum, plum,
quite
plum, plum.
posh in the way that they speak, but I don't have a posh accent. I might have more of a BBC accent than...
Plum, 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 plum.
A voice for BBC, that's what I have.
Could I have a dauber, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I couldn't give you that earlier when you asked me.
Da-da-da, da-da-da.
Is anybody asking anything?
No,
No.
lots of people are enjoying that.
Oh, good. I want some more of that yellow, and I can't remember where the yellow came. Oh, it's there. Just yellow. I'm liking the colours. It's quite tropical. I actually quite like it. In a scary sort of way, you might be thinking, ugh. But I like it, and that's all that matters because I made it for me, not for you.
And I thought you'd made it for me.
No, made it for me. Sorry. Get your own. Want one? Go and buy some Turkish delight. Make it yourself. Basically.
Rude.
Yeah. That's me. Rude.
Ba-da-ba-da.
So, every time I keep doing that, putting some on the side, and it's dry by the time I get round to it. Has anybody made that slider card that double slider thing that I showed you how to do the other day, yesterday,
Not
whatever
me.
day?
Sorry.
Have you not tried, Brian?
No.
Why not?
I had Christmas dinner and things to cook.
I
And...
didn't have Christmas dinner at all, Brian.
No.
No, because it's not.
Just
not
every day.
Christmas.
Just every day's dinner's cooked since. Not that we ate much, but
No. Bombay mix and lasagna.
took me hours to make that lasagna. Hours, I tell you.
Yeah.
I had to go to Aldi. I had to buy it. I had to peel the top off it, put it in the oven. It's hard work. I tell you, it was hard work.
Does anybody else make anything with like scrappy bits of leftovers and things? Although this isn't clearly scrappy bits of leftovers because this is me tearing up new napkins. But do you make things out of packing and that sort of thing, or do you started looking at packing in a different way?
Louise Cole said it's on her list.
What's on her list?
Doing your slide card.
Oh right, okay. And so how long's this list? Is it a long list?
Leah says I've got to try it.
Right, you have got to try it. Give it a go at least. Give it a go. You
That's
never
what I've got
know.
in for.
What's that? What?
Afternoon, Tracy Lou. She says afternoon, chaps.
All right. And what did you say? That's what I've got in for.
Making slider cards.
All right.
Because Leah said I had to try it.
All right. Yeah. Everybody.
But when the
should
man
try.
himself is sat here,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Although.
can I not just go, give me a slider card, I need to send it to someone.
Yeah, that's true. I would do the same if it was things that you can make and I can't. So.
There you go.
Well, I know not necessarily things that you can make and I can't. It's you can make that I can't be bothered to.
Yeah, that's the point. Make me.
So yeah, I'm just trying to keep it colourful. I don't want to go into any kind of muted colours. Just being a bit. And I'm not taking any great care of doing this. I'm just, you know, at the end of the day, it's piece packing. And if it goes horribly wrong, it goes horribly wrong, doesn't it? So, it's looking better than it did. So, Just squashing that into that corner.
That's beautiful.
I really do like it. I like the colours on it. So, doing it again, Dave. It's dry. It's dry in that corner now. I'm just going to shape off this bit. In fact, I'm going to take a bit out of it. Get a bit off there so it's not too bulky when you fold it over. Otherwise it gets it's a bit full on the corners. And don't worry, these white spaces down here, they'll get filled as well. I'm kind of focusing on the front at the minute, and I might come in and do the back maybe off camera at some point.
At some point.
At some point.
At some point. Maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Although it's a bit square, isn't it?
Wow. That's a white one.
I like that.
I'm just covering the inside of my journal with book page of various description. Well, I'm trying to use up some of the little scrappy bits. Except to keep pulling out big bits.
I don't want to use that because I've only got a couple of sheets of that. I really like that. I'll put that to one side. That's fine.
Where's my glue book?
You glue dog?
My glue book.
All right.
You know me. I like to have a bit of a glue book going on.
Yeah, I do too. I can't think, Brian. I'm doing that whole...
Sarah says the colours are just beautiful.
Yeah, of this. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think... I know it sounds like I'm being terribly modest, but like...
Oh my
I think
God.
the same.
Leah says I have to do it or there will be consequences.
All right, okay, good. There you go. Thanks, Leah. Yeah, he does need to do it. He can't just rely on his crafty friend to do things for him.
And Louise Cole made a junk journal from Amazon packaging.
Yay!
How good is that?
Yeah, that's your forte, isn't it?
I know, but it's impressive, it's good, it's what we do these things for, so you can all go away and have a go.
Yeah. So very true. Where's the Frida? What's her face?
And that's what she's working on for her first ever junk journal, Trisha Wise.
It's like a jumble sale around here now.
That's what we like. It means people are watching and doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
We like people that watch and do.
Yes. So, I really like the flowers in her hair. Because Frida Kahlo. Yeah.
Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo. Do I have to say it like that? Frida Kahlo.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. I really like the flowers.
Law.
Oh, I like that as well. I really like that colours in that. It might be a bit pale though, that's the thing. I don't know, it might be strong enough. I quite like the idea of having a bit of a sunflower over this side.
You can always go over it if it's too pale.
Yeah, you can. This is true. I don't want to waste any, Brian. I don't like wasting things.
Never a waste in journaling.
No, I don't mind wasting the packaging, but I don't like wasting the napkins. I've got a bit of a fetish for my napkins now. I'm like, my napkins covered them. I don't want to use them.
Yeah, if you ever like, oh, that's nice. Am I getting some of those?
Yeah.
Sharing.
Yeah, I know, but you go places and see napkins that I don't. I don't go many places because I don't have to go through town in order to get to my job like
That's
you do.
true, and I do. Making a mess. Making a mess.
Stripy, so I'm going to might put that on there, and I can always go over the top of it with something else. Do you know what we've been going for nearly an hour?
Have we?
Yeah.
See, when you're having fun and you've got good company.
Well, I'll say nearly an hour, 50 minutes. No, a bit longer than that because we started a little earlier, so.
Good company, nice people.
Yeah. Crafty and chatty.
Tracy Lou says, Dave, can she ask what you're covering?
I am covering.
She did join us a little late, so we might need to recap.
I'm covering. It's packaging from some what are they called?
Turkish delight.
Turkish delights. So this was a box. All I did before we came on air was I glued it down so that it stayed where it was, because it was just like you could unfold it so you could recycle it type thing. And it's just where in a white box like that with bags of different flavour
Turkish delight
in. Like I say, my brain's not functioning. Lack of oxygen to the brain. I really feel like I need a drink. I need a drink. Brian kindly made me some hot winter spice Ribena before.
In a flask, so that he had plenty.
But I'm feeling a bit dehydrated. Post-drinking dehydration. It's not really going to hydrate me, that sip. But,
but it's a start.
It's a start, yeah, exactly. It's a start.
Oh, right. She wanted to know what I'm covering.
All right.
She got me.
All right.
So, Tracy Lou. Hang on. Ooh.
Nobody wants to know what I'm covering. Okay.
They do want to.
No, I know. I'm only joking.
So, I don't know if you can see, but this was a box. There's a line and there's a line. So it was a box with a plastic front, and it had a little candle in it and a little bottle of gin. Gin and candle.
Gin and candles.
And the back bit that I've covered with soldier tissue paper, that was part of a brandy snap box, because we're rather partial to brandy snaps. Yeah. Nutcracker soldiers, that's what they are. And what I've done is I have created a little journal cover from bits of cardboard packaging, and then everything that goes inside it is going to be a bit more packaging, Christmas cards, some old envelopes, whatever I can find basically. So we'll keep going.
I work for an environmental charity, and so for me it's at my heart to try and use as much stuff that, you know, people would normally throw away as possible. So I like to, I not only just for the lives, I like to look at packaging in a different way and think, how could I use that? What could I incorporate that into? So that's what I do. So there.
And that's what I've done.
I've got one of these started here, I think.
Leo went, oh my god, that means I've been sat in my bed for 50 minutes doing nothing but watching you.
That's good.
Yes, lazy girl. That's exactly what you've been doing. You should be crafting along with us.
Yes, you should.
Or some such thing.
Yes, or some such sort of thing. We're going to spend after this. We're going to spend the afternoon being lazy, though. Well, I don't know about you, Brian, but I
don't
definitely
know.
am.
I've got to make. What are we having for dinner today?
Oh yeah, I'll sort the lamb out.
But I've also got to use that sausage meat up. I've got to make some sausage meat plats, haven't I?
Oh yeah. Oh, and I've got to do boule.
And you're going to make the boule with the cheese in. We're having bread with cheese in the middle of it. And I know that sounds weird, but
melted cheese, melted camembert in the middle of it. So nom nom nom.
Oh yeah.
So
that just makes my heart sing. Melted cheese in hot bread.
It's worth the pain of the lactose intolerance.
It's worth every single calorie that'll get shouted at Slimming World tomorrow.
Yeah, back to Slimming World tomorrow. So the party's over, basically.
So today's all about every bit of fat, every bit of lard we can find.
Yeah,
all of it.
Eat it all. Sweets,
all
chocolates,
buns, cake. We've got it all to finish.
Yeah,
and then we'll go get weighed tomorrow and be like, I don't know.
And they'll go one at a time, please. When I get on the scales, so no coach parties.
And I just go, I've no idea. I've had
I don't know what happened.
I've had a bit of a virus.
Have I gained?
I've had a bit of a virus. I'm bloated.
Yes. That COVID, it weighs so much.
But I don't eat sweets, so that I can't possibly have.
No. Sweets for today.
Nah, I don't care.
No.
I got fat. I had fun.
Yeah.
That's
And
all that
I mean,
matters.
like, you know, this year has been really difficult for lots of people, and like, you know, we've managed it in our own way, haven't we? And you know, for some people it's food, and for some people it's, you know, craft, or yes, some people have been shopping and bought lots of things, and you know, you
oh my god, it's all of them. I've eaten too much.
Yeah,
I've bought
too much,
I've bought too much. I've crafted too much.
All of the above.
I am all of that person.
So
Amazon is my best friend.
yeah, Amazon
And eBay.
Well, it's no longer my best friend. I've fallen out because it lets me spend too much. It needs to have an upper limit. It just needs to be, no, can't buy it. You're not allowed. But it doesn't, unfortunately.
It goes, come on in.
Yeah, come on, buy more.
And have you
Spend
thought if
more.
you're,
Yes.
if you're buying
this,
that, you'll need this, and things that you've never even thought about before, you suddenly go, oh, I want it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does,
No.
but I want it.
But it was a recommended item on.
Yeah. It'll look really good next to that other thing that I've got no idea what it's for.
Exactly. So yeah, that's how it works. That's what Amazon does. It's the evil empire of Amazon.
And yes, you're right, Tracy Lou. Life is for living, and we do.
We do live it. Yeah, yeah,
We go to Slimming World to kind of manage ourselves.
yeah. Keep
not,
us in.
yeah, not because we give things up, and not because we like.
No, I definitely don't.
Desperately
go
trying to
without.
get so skinny, but literally just to keep us in check.
Yeah.
So that when we have gone too mad, there's somebody there going, actually,
You can't do that and get away with it.
you've gone just a little bit too far this month.
Yeah.
Any road. So look,
Any
look,
road up.
cover.
Made it.
Dun dun dun. Ba-doo,
I'll
ba-da.
get to the end of this and then we'll.
Now I need to find things to put in it. So,
Oh yeah, you didn't think of that, did you?
actually,
All right.
I did.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't get very far with it, but I've got a Christmas card. Yours, but it's got a Christmas card.
Is it? So it's yours, as in not from me. No, it's to
No,
me.
it's one of yours because I'm in your
I
house.
did that in my
I've got
drink
an
there.
envelope. I've got a moon pig leaflet. I've got some music paper. I don't want to use that envelope because the window's too nice. Save that for you.
Oh yeah. You've shown them
I've
that.
got... No, I haven't actually. Here.
Yeah, show them.
Do you know, we like an envelope
Salvation
with a window.
Army.
We do like an envelope with a window. But we like an envelope with a fancy window even more. Watch this. Dun, dun, dun. It's got a shield window.
P's window as well last night was
P's
great.
window was amazing.
Yeah.
It was
That
like...
massive. It was basically the envelope was a window.
She showed us an envelope that the window was almost the entire size of the envelope. It was
I
beautiful.
got very excited because, like, I, as you all know, I love a windowed envelope.
And I've got this thing from
Envelope, whatever.
Bradford, City of Film. Visit Bradford. Not that we're allowed to go anywhere.
No, don't visit Bradford.
No.
This is in lockdown.
So I'm going to take the staples out and I'm going to use some of these as pages for my signature.
I might have this a bit of pop of colour here. Now I really like this one, but I am going to use it because I just want a bit of orangey pop. An orangey pop. Oh, orange pop.
Yeah. Whoever owns Amazon is the rich preying on people's addictions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So they normally preying on my
Yeah.
addictions.
Definitely preying on my addictions too. there any that we like that we're going to keep this full steam ahead?
I like those two bits there.
I might keep that one. I like that. Picture of a tree.
What is it? What is it?
So it's an advert for Bradford, basically.
All right. A Bradvert then.
It's a Bradford.
Bradford is, for those that don't know, I live in Batley. This is where we're doing it from today. And
1, 2, 3.
Bradford is, where I live.
It's over there.
Yeah, well, I kind of live in a triangle, like the Bermuda Triangle, basically. I live. Batley is kind of equidistant from Bradford, Leeds, and Wakefield. You know, they're all a similar sort of distance. Well, car journey distance. So yeah, Bradford has got a bit of a. It's had a bit of a rap of its reputation, but I really like Bradford. The culture of Bradford, I like. So.
It's got some very interesting places to visit as well.
Yes, it does. Tear this out, see what this looks like. Against that, maybe. Is that going to be too pinky in that corner? Oh well, never mind.
Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah. Don't think about it, do it.
Yeah. Don't think.
That's a real
Don't
good
think
tip
you do.
as well. If you're doing something a bit like that you wouldn't normally do, a bit out your comfort zone, don't think about it too much, just do it.
Get in there.
Because otherwise, if you think about it, you'll never put pen to paper or glue to paper or whatever. You'll just be thinking too much about it. So just get in, do it. Get in, do it, and get out again.
Quick scout. Yeah. Yeah. Get in, get out. Quick scout.
I'm going to put this in this corner. The other thing about doing this is you're going to strengthen the whole frame with all of this Mod Podge and napkins layer and all of that, so you're going to get a much more rigid frame. Rigid? That is the word, yeah. Just had to check in my head. That is a word, isn't it, Dave?
It is a word.
Yeah.
Sort of.
No, it's always a word. It's not sort of a word, it is a word.
It's an actual.
It's an actual word.
Actual real word in the real
I
world.
want something there, and I kind of feel like I want something that's not full of views. Don't have anything red. That's what I don't have. Don't have anything.
There's all these
red.
Christmas things here. They're all red.
I don't know if you got anything. That's like, hang on. I did find something really earlier. I think. Nobody wants to look at my elbow for like 3 days while I find.
Not really.
Not really. Oh, well, there is something red here.
Got something?
Yeah.
Something at the probe?
Well, yeah, you won't be able to tell it's Christmas by the time it's stuck on. So. Yeah. Oh, that's good though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is good. Isn't that the whole point? Now then.
I'm putting that there.
Ooh.
The white of a napkin, when the Mod Podge dries, tends to go a bit more translucent, so don't be too worried about covering over the bits that you've just done. Because it'll kind of like go a bit more transparent than it currently is. So, I love that. I really love that. I'm so excited. I love it. Sorry.
Oh, I love that too. That's pretty.
Brian's gone very quiet.
Sorry, I was concentrating. I was trying not to concentrate whilst concentrating.
He's gone very quiet, and also then he stopped talking to me as well.
That size does matter. Patricia.
What?
The size does matter.
Oh, what have you done? I don't know where that's gone from. Sorry, my brain has gone somewhere else. Patricia.
Oh, dear.
So, put that on there.
One of these days we'll get into trouble.
Yeah.
Somebody will shout at us and tell us off.
Yeah.
Not today.
No, not today. Not today, Satan.
Oh, Bianca.
Where's the anchor?
Del Rio.
Oh, yeah.
That's where it comes from.
Yeah, not today, Satan. Sorry.
Oh dear. So, I've taken.
Sorry, I've had to turn it up so that I could see it. You know, Brian's going to talk to you anyway now, so.
Clearly not.
Oh, sorry. Ow.
I've taken a Bradford leaflet and a book page and a Moonpig advert and some music paper and a book page to make a signature. And then on this one, I've taken Bradford advert with a book page, Christmas card, a brown envelope, some music paper. That's it. And there was another Christmas. I might put another Christmas card in the middle of that because there was another one. And there we have 2 signatures, which are going to go inside my ickle journal. My ickle journal. And I'm actually, because unlike the last time I tried to do this, I know where the grey envelopey thing is.
What? The grey envelope? Oh, yeah. Yes, he was saying to me, does anybody else remember that he was saying to me, where is it? I was on camera and like, where is it? Where is it? And like,
and do you know where it was?
Where I told him it was.
Right in front of me.
Yeah.
Right under my nose.
Exactly where I told him it was, but he was insistent that it wasn't.
I knew better.
Yeah,
but hey ho.
he did.
Hey ho. Such is life.
Yeah.
Right. Let us prepare ourselves. Okay. I might need a bit of clear.
What? Gesso?
No.
Oh yeah.
Acetate.
Acetate.
But I'm not sure yet. And I might just have a look through my pictures and see.
There
if
might be some in there, to be honest.
I'm just going to look through my pictures and see if there's a better one that I want to show through. Those 2 holes.
And I'm just patching up any bits that don't have any kind of colour on them.
Although that's
so
not terrible, is it?
What isn't?
If that shows through, because it's kind of a nice picture.
Nice picture, yeah. It's not like an advert, is it? So.
Oh no. I'm just seeing what else there is. I think it's the winner.
Sorry if
so
we've got
far.
my head in shot.
Yeah, it's definitely staying. Definitely staying.
Oh, blimey, I've missed the bit that I was trying to cover up. I've found. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe that.
Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out. We'll move my little metal embellishment. And I'm going to need pencil. Ooh. Pencil covered in goo. Maybe a different pencil.
I don't know what the goo is.
No, I don't know what it is. That's why I put it back. If I knew what it was, I wouldn't be so bad about picking it up. Pencil, no. Maybe I'll just use coloured pencil. It doesn't really matter, does it? Pencil, there we go.
Oh, I've got spelling pencils over here.
Let's see if we can get 2 signatures in here. So, down 1.5 inches.
Still with us? People still here?
People are still with us.
Alright.
Mad.
We're on in the background and
Mad.
you should be crafting, doing stuff. We also would love to see what you. So afterwards, when the video goes onto the group, I'd love to see what people have been making whilst we've been baking and talking and generally being a bit weird.
Toast, probably.
Making toast? Making toast or toasting?
Or making dinner, actually.
Or tea.
Or tea.
Depends on where you are.
Yeah, because it's almost over, isn't it?
What is?
Most people eat their New Year. Isn't New Year's Day dinner like a Sunday afternoon roast sort of
It's
thing?
like a Sunday roast, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Usually.
We haven't eaten ours, but like.
We haven't.
Because we're sacrificing. We're taking one for the team for you guys.
Sacrificing. When we catch that goat, we're going to sacrifice.
No, I don't mean like that. We're not
I know you didn't mean
sacrificial
like that.
sacrificing. We're sacrificing our time for you guys. So, because, you know, we do these things, don't we? We do these things for our crafty kindred spirits. So, well, I do. You might be rather be eating than.
I'd always rather be eating. That's just my natural.
I do kind of get him involved in these things. I do say, we're doing this. That's all right, isn't it? Afterwards, after I've set it up.
Yeah. Well, that's how I started off doing lives, isn't it?
Yeah, because I got you into it. And...
Yeah. Miss Withers, God love her, asked me, and I went, I'll think about it. Then she asked Dave, and he went, yeah, he'll do it. And the rest, as they say, is history. History.
I'm just basically going to finish this off now.
But I do enjoy it. It's fun.
Good. I'm glad you do. It's fun. It really helps. For me, it helps the time go quickly.
And there's some lovely people as well.
Yeah, you do.
That's you lot.
Yeah. You crafty people are the best people. You're very accepting of people. So, and that's good. And it's quite empowering for people. I like people who empower people. People who empower people are the most powered people.
Babs is here.
I haven't got the nose for it.
Says you.
Well, that thing that's growing on the side of my nose is big
There you
enough
go.
to conquer the world with that.
The carbuncle that is my life.
Yes, it is a carbuncle. Horrible.
Oh dear.
I hate having rosacea. It's just...
It sounds so cool though.
I've got rosacea, yeah. Yeah, does sound so cool. Shame it doesn't look so good.
No, but do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't sound like a terrible thing.
No.
I know it is, and I know you hate it.
Yeah, I do hate it.
But it's not like... got a hideous name or anything. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean.
Yeah, kind of.
I'm not belittling your rosacea. In any way, shape or form.
It should be belittled. Be or otherwise. It needs to be littler.
Oh, I've got a funny feeling that's going to go through it now. I thought that was going to
go through your hand. Please don't do that.
I thought I was going to put it straight through my hand.
Yeah, please don't do that. If I'd have done that, you'd have...
I'd have shouted.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because I'm more sensible.
Clearly not.
I couldn't even finish that sentence.
Clearly not more sensible, are you?
Clearly not.
This might be off camera now. Sorry, folks. I'm just trying to do a bit of covering up on this now. Remedial patching. And then that way then I don't have any white spaces is what I don't want.
And I'm taking my wax thread and my needle and I'm going to sew in my signature. And the rule is 3 times the length.
Not once.
3
not
times.
Twice.
No.
3 times.
3 times the lady. 3 times the length.
And I love.
And as I've said before,
yeah.
I don't know what it is, but if you do it less than 3 times, it's not quite long enough. If you do it more than 3 times, there's maths involved in all sorts. I don't understand it, but there's maths. Maths. Probably an equation, an algebra or something. Yeah. Thankfully, not something I have anything to do with.
What, maths?
Maths.
No.
Or algebra or equations.
I like maths. I'm good at maths.
I like maths too.
Just
As long as it doesn't come near me.
as long as it knows its place.
Yeah.
You stay over there, maths.
I did very well in maths at school, but only because...
No, I know, but I like it because it's logical. For me, right, maths, I've probably said this before, maths is very logical because it doesn't... Wherever you go in the world, 2 plus 2 will always equal 4.
Wow.
Wherever you go.
Wow.
Yeah. Give me a minute, Brian.
Go on.
2 plus 2 will always equal 4. Whereas the way that you say things and the way you construct sentences changes from country to country, and words that have a meaning in Japanese don't have a direct translation in the UK, and whatever it is, there are no direct translations for lots of words and terms and sentences and phrases, and the structure of sentences, the syntax, the grammar, whatever it is, all changes. But maths is still the same. 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's why I like it, because it's that logic. That's why I like computers, because they're based on logic. They're not based on things like that thing in the UK of I before E except after C to help you be able to spell things, and then
Except with
this word, this word, this word, and this word. So that's what's the point of having that? I before E whenever we feel like it is basically what they should say. And why do we put a U in colour and people in America don't put a U in colour? And
because we spell properly. Excuse me, my American friends, but because we spell properly. We were here first. Not that I'm trying to start a war or anything, but we were here first.
And why do we say aluminium and you say aluminum, and all of those things?
I may have just started a war.
Yeah.
But I love you all. You just don't talk properly.
Yeah. Okay. I would never say anything like that. I feel uncomfortable when people say things like that. I know you're probably joking, but I don't know that you're joking.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
And for as many people that know that you're joking, there will be as many people like myself that don't know that you're joking.
I know.
Keep going to dip that into my
it's very
drink.
pretty. Do you know what it needs?
What?
A shiny glaze.
Well, it's not dry yet.
No, I don't mean now.
I'll put a shiny glaze on so nothing dries.
But my personal opinion would be it'd look lovely.
Yeah, I think it needs
with
something.
a shiny.
It will definitely need coating on with something to stop it from just peeling back up again, basically.
Yeah.
But yes.
Now you'd have to do the doodle bomb thing. Was it doodle bomb?
P&M, M&P.
Doodle bomb. Is that what you called it? Doodle bug, doodle bomb.
I don't remember what that bit was.
Where you took a photograph.
Oh yeah, and you kind of colour it in.
Doodle over it.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think that'd be fab.
I keep thinking I'm wrecking it now, but I'm not. Just going to cover the last few bits of white up, and then I'll be happy. Don't need it to be that long. It's 20 past 4, Brian.
People are still watching.
I know.
20 of them.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like we've dwindled to nothing or anything. But people are still watching. God knows. But
Yeah, God knows why.
Because we're fabulous, that's why.
Yeah, absolutely, that's
We
why.
are fabulous.
I'm happy with that.
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
So yeah, that's my frame. That's there's a little bit of white there. Again, like I say, was inspired by something that Mariah did. I think she posted it in the feed, so I think you need to. I feel like I can't throw her face away. Not Mariah's face, I don't mean. Frida's face, yeah.
Was I right? Oh yeah, Frida.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I was inspired by something that she'd done. It's in the feed somewhere. I think covered an actual frame. I'm just mopping up bits of Mod Podge, waste not, want not. And then that might be able to get in there. There we go.
You need to get Yeti cups. Keeps coffee warm, and you don't drip when you put your brush in it. What's a Yeti cup?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know. I thought you meant that it was like a
Patricia,
cup.
my darling.
Yes.
What's a Yeti cup?
I don't know what that is.
I'd like to know. I like the sound of it. A Yeti cup. I want a Yeti cup. Get me a Yeti cup. Now, let me put these back in
Happen, Brian.
Oh, well, you know. I'm used to being served. No, that's you, isn't it? Plum, 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 plum. Fetch me coffee.
Not posh.
I know, but compared to me, you are.
Well, compared to you, most people are.
That is true. They don't come much commoner than I. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I have created, in true junk journal fashion, an actual
Mess.
junk journal. A mess as well, but I'm just clearing space
Just making.
so that I can do a bit of a flip through for you.
Are you trying to find somewhere for it?
Doesn't that go on a hook there?
It does, yeah.
No, right. I sort of know where things live. Right, here we go. So, I have used. There we go. Make sure we're in shot. I have used a box that had a little bottle of gin and a candle in it. A brandy snap box, which I've covered in nutcracker tissue paper to make a cover. And then I've made 2 signatures out of a booklet that was an advert for Bradford. And I've sewn them in the wrong way around. because I wanted that on the front. Hey ho, well I've just had to stick something on
Yeah,
that.
you will. Yeah.
Never mind. So we're a brochure from Bradford, some book pages, a Christmas card, Bradford advert, a bit of an envelope, Bradford advert, bit of music paper, Bradford advert, book page, Bradford advert, middle, book page, music paper, rest of the envelope with a window, so we'll make something pretty with that. Back to the Christmas card, and then my other signature using the rest of the booklet. There's a moon pig flippy flappy, so I can have the flippy flappy out, but that's sewn in. Some music paper, a book page, and that'd be it. So now it just needs to be decorated. That's the next job.
And I have made a frame out of some Turkish Delight packing. I've also made a mess on the floor because I just knocked something over. Out of some Turkish Delight packing, and I have just covered it in bits of napkin and created a very colourful frame. I think I have decided it's going to be that way up. Made a colourful frame that I'm going to put a photo of me and Brian in a silly hat pose, in which once this is dry I might varnish it. I'll also tidy it up a bit more, and I'll post a picture when I'm done, and that's it. So that's what we've done in an hour and 20 minutes. So, well, an hour and 25, I guess, really. So that's it. I'm done. Are you happy?
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I think we've managed to create. Look! I've got a 2 signature journal there.
Yeah, I know. That's brilliant.
I'm quite
You
impressed.
created all of that in the same time that I've created that. But it's not a competition.
No,
and
it's
It takes longer. My excuse is it takes longer to paste all those little bits on. You know, if I just covered it in one napkin,
and you've enjoyed it, haven't you?
Oh, I've enjoyed it
That's the bit
immensely,
that matters.
and I haven't noticed the hour and 25 minutes go. So thank you very much, folks. Thanks for watching us.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Well, we'll definitely do more stuff together at some point. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've been doing stuff. And like I say, we'd both like to. I'm speaking for you, Brian, but we'd both like to see what you've been making. So pop it in the feed. So like when you come, so when the event ends, come back into it because the video will still be there, and post on there what you've been making because we'd like to see what you've been doing. So
we would.
And that's it. And thank you very much to everybody. Happy New Year to you all from me.
And me.
And from Worcester. So,
who'll miraculously appear now because he'll have heard his name.
But he hasn't come, so he's probably asleep now. So, yeah, enjoy yourself. I hope 2021 has started well for you. And it's definitely started well for us.
Yay!
So, you take care of yourselves. Remember, I love you without exception. Until you give me a reason not to.
And I think you're all right too.
All right, so say goodbye, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
Goodbye. Bye. Happy New Year! I need to stop it and I can't. It's too high up, Brian. I can't see it. Finish. My fingers aren't working because they're covered in glue. No, no, it's not working. Sorry, folks. I'm going to have to take it out of the cradle. Oh, you know why it's not working? Because it says battery.
Happy New Year.